Hello,
Hello, hello.
everyone. This is a very, very special occasion. And once again, thank you to Cleve Jones. Wow. Yeah, so that was important and will continue to be important. This is also important. This is a fantastic partnership that we have made as an organization with Penny Arcade. And from Penny Arcade, we have Alyssa. Thank you for
Hello,
being here.
hello. Thank
And
you for
we
having
have
me.
Chief Creative Officer Mike Bailey, which means there must be something visually, tangibly tactile that we're going to talk about. But before we do, some people at home, Alyssa, what is Penny Arcade?
Yeah, so Penny Arcade is Penny Arcade's collectible program that we run both inside and outside of PAX. And it is a community-driven program where you collect pins to celebrate different content throughout the gaming industry and the gaming community. So we have a pin program, a pin quest that you'll see at PAXs, and you basically go and experience different aspects of the show to collect these pins. And then you can use these pins as a way to trade with your fellow community members. So it's basically just one giant celebration for the gaming community. And I am so excited about what we've done, we meaning what Mike Bailey has done to bring a pin here to celebrate the this entire event. And I'm also personally excited that all of the proceeds that are being raised by this pin are going towards the ESA Foundation Scholars as well. So this is such a joy and such a pleasure.
And I know you want pins, but we should talk for a second about the scholars. So we
Yes.
have a new generation of scholars. There are four of them, and they are outstanding students who are studying video games, who also do community service in the LGBTQ plus community. So they are students who think of others as they are doing the work themselves to grow and be part of our next generation of leaders. And it is, yeah, both a privilege and a motivation to cultivate and support them in any way we can, which of course includes pins, because yes. So with that prompt, Mike, before you show any pins, could you maybe take people on a creative journey? Where were you thinking? Where did you go to arrive where we are?
Yeah, perfect. So I don't know how much I can say without revealing the actual design for the pin.
All right.
But so the pin was conceived about, we talk a lot about who we are as an organization, as GGP, and what is our mission. Um, and it really boils down to a couple things, and that's pride in our community, creating a safe space for individuals to express themselves, but also like it's gay gaming professionals. We are gamers or gamer adjacent, and that's also something to be celebrated. So through this pin, I was thinking about a couple things, inclusivity, uh, and I'm just so excited. I want to share it actually.
Okay, we can talk more about it. Okay, you're right. Pins, pins, pins. Okay, everyone, wait. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Why don't you share your screen, Mike?
Oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. It's so good. And may I
So
just say, so like Mike created this mind map of a brainstorming session of what would be included as the design was in progress, really. And it was just really neat to see that mind map. And you should definitely talk about that as well.
oh yeah, definitely. So now that you guys see the design, now I can speak about it. So uh, when I came up with this mind map, I had two things. It was gaming and pride. And then I drew out all these bubbles around it with like, what are different things that relate to pride, like rainbows and things that were like superficial, but then diving deep, like what does pride really mean? And one thing that I really kept coming back to was love. Um, it's, I have a quote here that I wrote when I was thinking about it was, uh, let me see. It's a quote about love. And It says that love embodies the heart and soul of the queer community. It's the quiet understanding and mutual confidence, sharing and forgiving when we look upon one another and build our community. It is loyalty through good and bad times. It settles for no less than perfection and makes allowances for human weakness. And it just like really resonated with me because sometimes when you, especially with a pin, something that you put on your backpack or um, wherever else you put pins, on your shirt, or in my case, on my tie at work, um, it's it's a reflection of who you are. And I wanted this pin to really showcase that. And with the colors on here, we really wanted to dive deeper. You know, there is a traditional pride flag, but there's so many other colors that generally don't get represented, like the trans flag or um, the Black LGBT community. So I really wanted to bring that in here for our first collectible pin. I'm glad
So
you guys
here,
love it.
you see the crowd, you see the chat, live the chat. You
Yes,
know? Yeah. So
I'm having
so
all the emotions.
and one of the things, of course, that we miss is PAX itself. Like many of us have gone, had so many great experiences, meeting with friends, learning about games, playing games, and as we know, we're going to be PAX Online, which we're super excited about. And so we hope that there's like a way that we can all be together, even though we're
Yes.
home apart, like a shared experience. And then, when we are all back together again, whenever that may be, pin trading, trading for days. Can't wait. But
I'm
yeah,
so
so
excited for that.
thank you, Penny Arcade. Like, thank you so much for just the trusting, and being on this process, this timeline, and the beginning of this voyage together. I don't know. Anything more you want to say, Alyssa? You want to
Yeah,
go?
so I loved this entire process of creating this pin. We had several meetings where we just sat and chatted about what was important to our community, what is important to this event, to just the ethos of both things, right?
Yeah.
And may I say a little bit about how when you combine multiple of these specific pins to bring it together. So Bailey created this idea of if you grab 5 of these pins and you put them together, so let's just say you and 4 of your friends have these pins and you put them together, it creates a flower, and the flower of all of the different of the colors come together to create one large design, and it is just so cool to see how they do just as Gordon put it, create a Voltron of these pins. And the other thing too is that if you put 2 of them together, it creates a heart all in itself as well. And I just love the idea that with one of your pins, with one of these pins, as well as the pins that your friends grab, if you were to combine these, it creates something larger than just yourself. And I think that's just absolutely beautiful.
How do people get these pins? Oh, wait, call to action. All y'all need to tell
Yes.
people about these pins. You want to do us a favor? If you care about Bailey and Alyssa and pins, tweet, Instagram. It is out there to be shared. Pins are to be shared if they have the information. How does one find
Yes.
one?
Yep, so it is now up on the Penny Arcade store. We'll make sure that we have that link in the chat. Let me make sure that it is there. There we go. Oh, cool. Thank you, Bailey.
Got it.
And so it's up on the Penny Arcade store. It is currently pre-order, and so it will take a little bit to get there. Probably about 2 months from now is when it'll arrive. Maybe just a little bit longer than that, just because of our manufacturing timelines. However, pre-order it now, and we will get that out to you as soon as it arrives.
That is awesome. Can everyone in the chat see the link? I'm always about that closing the loop. Out there in chat land, give us like a heart or a smiley face or something that shows us that you can see the link.
Oh, there it is.
There we go.
Yay!
Verify it works. Click on it. Verify it works.
Oh, we are in. We are launched.
Yeah,
Okay.
good to go.
Wow.
Awesome.
Wow. Our first Bailey, welcome to the Pincraft. Alyssa, another
And
day
yeah.
in Pincraft. We're so thankful. So
Feel free to tweet at us if you have any questions about this pin whatsoever. And just a reminder, all of the proceeds that we raised this week, and well, just in general with this pin, will be donated directly towards the ESA Scholars. So this is a complete partnership between GGP and Penny Arcade.
perfect. All right, so I think it's our time to wrap up. Let's see what's coming up next on the calendar. Oh, okay. What? History of Queer Games? Yes. Yes, please. Yes.
I'm here for it.
The debut, Alistair's debut? Yes. History? Yes. So, Eric, I guess whenever you want to transition us out, you let us know. Otherwise, we're here to just talk about pins. I'm gonna click on link myself, be sure. I want to go. I want a pin. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. Thank you both, by the way, for this collaborative effort. We appreciate it.